Hi everyone, Reverend Dr. Katie here, and this is the fifth and final for now in the series on vibration. And so today we are talking about the vibration of setting intentions and the false beliefs that can really surround what it is to set intentions for yourself. So I chose the false belief of writing down your intentions will get you exactly what you want. And that is in fact a false belief. And that is one way to go about setting intentions, but you could substitute nearly anything into the writing it down, making a vision board, doing doing journaling around it. There's a bunch of things that you could be doing, and all of those in and of themselves simply aren't enough. So when I am working with people, working with groups, often I do encourage people to write down their intentions. It can help with your vibration. But people will say, no, I did that. For years, I wrote down my intentions. I wrote down what I wanted to happen, and then nothing happened, right? So that tells me that there's a vibrational mismatch. Simply writing stuff down doesn't do anything. Simply making a vision board doesn't do anything. Simply kind of even just daydreaming or brainstorming on its own really doesn't do anything. Those are the actions that we use to help seal in all of our intentions that we are co-creating, and you're co-creating those with God, with the divine that is all around you. And that's how you know that you find a really solid match and a solid intention. So if you have an intention for a change in your career, change in your household, changing your finances, about the impact that you want to have on the world, you don't just write it down and then poof. There's more steps to it than that. But this is actually about your vibration. So if you write something down and it's not in line with your internal vibration, and you don't do anything to get your internal vibration in line with what you have written down, then that's going to be a mismatch, right? It's going to be a mismatch. And sometimes people will write down their intentions in such a way that keep them from coming into fruition. So they're using impossible language, or they're using futuristic language. They're never putting things into the present tense. And then they never believe that those things are going to happen. So your intentions that you write down actually do have to resonate with you. Sometimes people also write things down that feel very unreachable to them. Right? It feels totally unreachable. And then they're like, yeah, I don't even, yeah, I'll just write it down. And when it doesn't come to pass within a month, a week, a year, whatever their time frame was, then they're like, oh, well, this doesn't work. Well, yeah, it doesn't work because it's actually a matter of your internal vibration. So your internal vibration has to really be very strong. And that's what I help people do, is help use tools that will help set their internal vibration to be really strong. And so that it's that internal vibration that drives the intention that's on the paper, not the other way around. And there's a little push and pull there, right? There's a little back and forth, but we have to be attentive to that. So this whole series, this is again part 5 of 5, has really been around taking responsibility for your own vibration, taking responsibility for the present and the future moving forward, taking total responsibility for everything in your awareness, and doing whatever you can to get your vibration to the highest possible state that it can at this moment in time. And then from there, that's the place we want to be in when we set intentions. So curious, how many of you have maybe set an intention when you were feeling just really horrible? When it's after something bad has happened and you're like, oh my gosh, I can't have this happen again. And that's the frame, the state that you're in when you set your intentions for what you want to have happen in life. You see how that's going to be a vibrational mismatch, because the universe is not listening to what you put on paper. You put on paper what you are desiring and what you're co-creating with God in order to have your vibration match that. Okay, so I'm going to say that again. You put on paper things that help you get to your vibrational state. So you put that vibration out there so that those things can come into fruition. Just writing it down with doing none of the interior journey does nothing. In fact, it probably does worse than nothing. It probably helps you backpedal, because then when it doesn't happen, you look at the piece of paper, then you feel really bad again, and it lowers that vibration. So we always want to be doing this in such a way that it builds our vibration, that we can really lean into the beautiful things that we want to have happen in our life. So let's talk, since we are Jesus followers, this is for Christians, people who put a lot of emphasis on the words, ministry, life, death, and resurrection of Jesus Christ. So let's talk about that in terms of your Christian mission, like your Christian purpose. So I know so many of you sense, and you know, and I know too, of course, that you have great purpose in life, but you don't know what it is and you don't know how to be serving it. And then that vibration, I'm using the example of writing down an intention, the vibrational mismatch of like, oh, well, like, I'm going to find my gifts and then I'm going to serve humanity at a big level, but you don't feel it inside, or you're not taking not taking the steps, or maybe you just didn't know how to get your vibration up to a level where those things can really start to manifest. Then you're in this kind of loop, right? That has a lot of consequences for your spiritual life, for your emotional health, for how you feel about all of this. So really getting a foundational understanding of intention, of the law of attraction, of the quantum universe, how all of this intersects with the Christian story can be really helpful for getting in alignment so that you can do those things. But when you don't do that, it's like you feel so disturbed because you're like, I know there's people out there, I know I have gifts, I know I want to serve, but I don't know who they are, how to do it. And then you stay in this loop, right? And it can feel so devastating. It can feel so devastating at this, basic emotional level, because there's people out there that you want to serve and you can be serving them, but your vibration is not in the state that you need it to be in order to do the inner journey work that you need to do in order to get to the vibration that you want to be at, so that you can find the gifts so that you can serve. And that's the kind of order that I think it really has to happen in. And unfortunately, if we don't go in that order, we go back into that yo-yo, kind of alluded to that yesterday, right? Yo-yo, like vibration's really high, and then you look at your intention sheet, you're like, oh no, it didn't come true, and writing intentions down doesn't work. But so hopefully I've explained it doesn't work unless your interior vibrational state is matching the intentions that you put on paper. And there's tons of different ways to do this, and I think there's no one size fits all. That's another error I see a lot. Some people really like firm deadlines for their intentions. Others that makes their vibration just scared and anxious. So you have to find actually what's right for you. They're very, very customized, very individualized. The one thing that's true for all intentions is having your vibrational state match the vibration of the intention. That's what makes the intentions work. It's not writing them down doesn't work. Having the vibration helps them come into fruition in your own life. Writing them down can help you clarify them. I mean, I write mine down. It's a good idea to write them down, but writing them down in and of itself isn't magic unless there's a lot of vibrational intention behind writing down that intention. So again, I think the number one question I kind of get in here and get from people when they're writing to me is, I know I want to help people. Like, I absolutely know I want to help people. I want to help myself. I want to help my family. I want to help my loved ones. And I want to have a big impact. I know I want to have a big impact, but I don't know how. And walking around with that feeling constantly is pretty tough. I used to be there. All right, I used to be there. I knew my impact was, I knew I was called to have a high impact. I knew I was called to help as many people as I possibly could. And when I wasn't doing that, it was not a fun feeling, right? My vibrational state was not matched to my desire to serve. So I had to do the same steps, right? The same steps I just described. I had to do them for myself. I had to constantly do those for myself. Get my vibrational state in a place where my intention could grow and my impact could grow. And so not too much longer later, I'm here, I'm doing this kind of stuff, hopefully impacting lives. I don't have a way of measuring this impact, but I hear from you that these make a difference, that the group makes a difference, that these videos make a difference. And so that's one way that I know that my vibrational state has matched my level of impact, and then I can start to even grow that, right? In the ways that I help people. And I always get to learn, always get to grow, and so I love that part of it. So has this vibration series on vibration been helpful for you? I'm really curious. I've seen a lot of you tell me, yeah, I am ready to take responsibility for my vibration, and that's beautiful. I love that. So those of you who are feeling like you're ready to really take responsibility for your vibration, you're ready to go the next step, you're ready to see what could your impact be. That's what I'm here for. Please do reach out to me. I would love to hear from you. You can always send me a private message and we can converse a little bit and see what might be in store for you and how I can help you get there. All right, everyone. It's great to see you, and I will be in touch a little bit more in the next few days. Bye-bye.